Francois Podcast.
Hey, peace to the planet. What's up, people? How y'all doing, man? Thanks for coming back and checking us out time and time again.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And if you don't know who we are Sebastien and Claushelle. And if you're a first-time listener, we welcome you. Thank you so much for clicking that play button and vibing out with us. For our returning listeners, we want to thank you so much for leaving your feedback, your thoughts, your sound bites. For Spotify listeners, click that follow button. Apple Podcast listeners, subscribe and definitely leave a review. For feedback and commentary, leave a comment on our Instagram page and YouTube page. That is at the Francois Podcast. Welcome back. How's your new year going? Are you sticking to your goals, your plans, your resolutions?
It's been 1 week
Yeah.
for you to do your resolutions. Have y'all been committed during this week? And will you be committed after this week is over?
A week and a few days.
I went to the gym this past Tuesday, and I seen people that I've never seen in this walk of life or from different cities. I'm like, where did all these people come from? So the rumors are true. The gym is packed at the beginning of the year. Just in case I thought that was false, I was walking in there just like bumping into people, like stepping over bags. People had their stuff low to the floor, waiting for machines. It was exactly what I was exaggerating in the other episode. So that was real. And it was annoying, but it is what it is.
Well, I'm glad that you stuck with it and it didn't deter you from, having a good workout. So, and kudos to those people who literally went and stuck out their first resolution, going to the gym, getting that workout in, and sticking to it.
I'm not giving anybody props yet until the beginning of April. That's how I know.
That's a little far.
No, that's like 3 months. Because if you give somebody props after a week, it's like, okay, that's cool. But
I think I'm giving them props for even just doing it. A lot of people don't even just get up and do it. So I think that should suffice. It's like
the consistency is everything, though.
I mean, I get it. The grind is always going to be highlighted more than the initial step, but at least they took the initial step.
I just know hella people that started something, me included, started something and just ain't finished.
Oh, you're definitely included. Anywho, we have started our New Year's resolution already. Officially today, we did our cleanse. We have our scale. We took our before photos. We did some videos. We did some capturing of what we bought. And we're officially in it. We'll tell you, give you an update.
We'll share everything shortly, all the footage, all the content. We'll keep y'all updated.
We'll keep you guys updated
with this journey and all that.
We're still energetic, so let's see how this goes for the next 10 days. There's been some talk from Mr. Francois telling me, and this is on recording, he told me basically that he would have done the liquid, just full out liquid. Now he wants to do a salad and some hard food.
Nah, only thought about doing a salad. You said salad or fruit.
I said that, but I said if you're going to do the modified version or you're just going to do the regular straight version.
The only reason I brought that up is because I wanted to make sure I still got my daily dosage of protein.
Yeah,
I didn't know how much protein.
There's a recipe for protein in there.
How many grams is it though?
There's a recipe for protein.
Okay, but how many grams is it though? That's the question.
So what? You
I want to make sure I just get my daily amount of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're getting it. The daily. It's a daily recipe.
Okay, I just wanted to know, there's a specific amount.
If you want
proteins.
additional grams, we'll put additional grams in there.
So all right, so that's like protein powder and stuff like that?
Yes, the plant-based.
Oh, all right.
See, this is why you need to read the book before doing it.
All I know is that, like, I heard that 2 bananas 60 minutes before a workout could give you energy for a 90-minute workout. So that's the reason I thought about incorporating my fruit.
I wouldn't suggest you doing too much heavy workout though throughout this cleanse.
Damn, yo.
I wouldn't say heavy workout. I would say light working out. So very light exercises so that you don't get,
I gotta do girl workout.
Dizzy and.
I mean, no offense, but I don't know. I was trying to go hard with my workout this week. I wasn't really trying to do the light joint, but okay, it is what it is.
Anywho, we're just going to pretty much do it. Stay consistent with it. Let's see how this goes. He's already having second thoughts about doing the full smoothie versus the modified version. Already,
I could do it. I could do it.
We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
My
We'll see how you
my
get
mentality with food changed a lot. Like I eat much smaller portions and all that stuff.
Let's just see.
Like
It's gonna be the best test that we go through to see what our willpower is looking like by the time we're on day 3. Anything else?
I'm good as long as I'm like the only time my willpower is tested is when I'm like working at. If I'm at the Prudential Center, that's when my willpower is tested. Being around all that food and that's you around like all the fried food and everything that is just terrible for you. That's when I really test my willpower. And I've done a great job not eating a lot of the crap they have there when I know I shouldn't be eating it. Or if I'm doing my intermittent fasting and I'm working before 2.
But you'll have your food with you. You'll have your smoothie with you.
So I'm gonna be good.
Okay.
I'm gonna be good. I'm just saying that my willpower, I've been working on it.
Okay.
So like, when I'm at work, forget about it. Like I'm not even really thinking about eating like that.
Okay.
Like so, I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna do much better than you think I'm gonna do. I feel like you think I'm just gonna fail.
No, I don't want to say you're gonna fail, but you just have a problem committing anyway. So you're not the commit king. You're definitely not the commit king.
Yo, we did a no we did a no meat but no meat for
bring
like
that
a
up?
month.
Like
yeah, because
like you actually did it.
But here's the thing: we said no meat. We did no meat for a month.
We did it for 30 days, and
yeah,
how
she
many
did it for
days
30
did you do
days.
it?
I did it for like 28 days, and she was
27.
like, no, it was like 28.
27.
How was it 27?
Because you know that as soon as you went up for the date, like 3 days before we were almost done, you had me the first day you went up to your getaway trip.
But like the only reason that I had it then is because I was like, yo, 3 days left, man. I'm at the...
You're just proving my point. I don't even know why you even brought that up. Like, what'd you bring that up for? You didn't commit. Period.
Yo,
so of course
you wouldn't have committed either if you was around all that damn chicken.
No, I have willpower.
All that chicken that was given.
I have willpower.
You wasn't around that chicken though.
My chicken wasn't better than
Somebody
our
threw
chicken.
A box of Popeyes.
You told me it wasn't even seasoned. So get out of here. You talking about some chicken that ain't even seasoned?
I think I just missed it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I just missed it.
You said it wasn't even good.
Hold up, the chicken actually was good.
You said the breakfast was good.
Yeah, the chicken
wasn't
wasn't like
all that.
It wasn't like spicy,
okay,
seasoned, all that stuff. But you know what it was?
You risked it all for some unseasoned chicken.
Nah, first of all, I didn't risk nothing.
You risked it all.
But you wanna know what it was?
What was the point of that?
Doing a little too much, but nah.
I'm just
one thing that I did notice about the chicken.
You are going to struggle. Sorry, you're gonna struggle. Prove me wrong. Boom.
Are you done?
I'm done now.
One thing about the chicken that I did like, it had like this kind of, I think it was kind of like a buttermilk. Had a bit. It was a little sweet. Like it was a different chicken experience. It was good stuff.
Ain't got no season.
I want to see your willpower when someone throw a box of Popeyes in front of you.
Okay, I've done that before.
What you just had last night.
Okay, and that was my last supper. So what? I'm gonna commit to this cleanse. I don't really care.
Listen, I know you found God, but why you always gotta make these Jesus references? All right, I get it. You're saved. All right, I get it.
I'm just saying. I know that I have willpower. So what? You gonna rag on me about my Popeyes? At least that was seasoned. Okay. I'm just saying, you risked it all for nothing.
Is Popeyes even seasoned though?
Ain't proven.
Hold up, is Popeyes even seasoned though?
Yes, it is. Like, yes, it is. That was real buttermilk. What you had was a cup of milk and a little bit of salt. And you
don't know what I had, but if you did taste
definitely
it,
wasn't
if you
Popeyes
did taste
worthy.
it, you would be bringing it home,
Absolutely
and you would be 10 pounds heavier.
Absolutely not.
Nah, I don't want to hear that.
Anywho,
you like fried chicken more than me.
Let's see how we do. You guys stay up on us. We will be definitely uploading some highlights of this cleanse. Stick with us. It's a lot of encouragement for this young man here, and a lot of praying for me to deal with it. And we'll just see how this goes. Day 1.
Man, I'm about to turn this into a contest. I bet I could finish before. In fact, I bet I could do it longer than you.
Bro, you really don't want to do this.
Nah, you don't want to get in the competition with me.
You really
I really like to win.
Man,
like
really don't
I'm a
wanna
very
do
humble
this.
guy, but
You know
I
what?
realize like, but
I'm
when you
gonna.
taste victory, it's so sweet. Like
Ugh,
the
I'm
victory against somebody that don't think I'm
Ooh,
gonna finish, man.
babe, you really don't want to do that with me.
Nah,
You don't. I'm
okay.
just gonna spare you for how bad you will lose
All
if
right,
you try it
we're
with
gonna
me.
circle back to this.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna circle back. But I likes to get competitive.
Okay, I just know what it is. I know you by now, but okay. All right, we'll see. Pray for us, you guys. Definitely send your comments, your feedback, and if you tried it before, give us some encouraging motivation uh, speeches, I guess. Some quotes that could keep us going. We'll see how this goes.
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna do my thing. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. We're gonna jump right into the topic. Episode 9. We talking about gender roles.
Gender roles.
Now, we're gonna start off with a quick definition. Y'all know what it is, but we're gonna get a formal definition. So gender roles can be defined as the behaviors, values, and attitudes that a society considers appropriate for both male and female. Traditionally, men and women had completely opposing roles. Men were seen as the provider for the family, and women were seen as the caretakers of both the home and the family. And like what influences gender roles today, like in today's society, is basically like media, family, environment. Like that's basically what influences it altogether. And a child's understanding of gender roles impacts how they socialize with their peers and form relationships. That's gender roles in a nutshell. I feel like it's something important to talk about because I feel like in this day and age, things are really changing with gender roles these days. In millennial marriages and all of that, I feel like it's kind of where we're kind of making a shift into what we believe the man is supposed to do and what the woman is supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for me, I don't know. I guess us, are we typical? Do we fall into those typical roles? Do you feel like you do typical woman stuff in the marriage, around the house?
I do everything. Point blank, period. That's it. Okay, next.
How dare you lie to your listeners? They come to you every Monday. They're just going to disrespect them.
Oh, man. Okay, so I feel like we do not. You and I do not fall into the typical expected societal vision of what falls into gender roles, I guess. I hope I said that right. We're definitely not those type of people. We've never been those type of people even before marriage. You already knew what it was before you signed on the dotted line of what I was and was not going to do. And you definitely displayed your expectations and you set the standards pretty much. You set the bar of what I should expect from you. So we don't fit into what society expects. In terms of gender roles. Like, for example, you just brought out the part where the men are the providers and the women are the caretakers. We kind of just go hand in hand with that. We're literally sharing.
What you trying to say? I don't provide? Yo, podcast over, yo. Everybody, have a great night. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
I didn't say that.
We're keeping this one short, man.
I didn't even say that.
Signing off. You're going to play the music? Y'all know the music.
Oh, my God. I didn't even say that. I didn't say that. I didn't imply it either.
I take your silence as acquiescence.
I wasn't even silent. I was just thrown off by your very quick question. Yeah, you provide, but I also provide. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you. She
see what it took for her to get to that answer? All you gotta do is keep it a buck.
You just interrupted like I was thrown off.
You called me a failure. What am I doing here?
Oh boy. Okay. Back to my point, I think that we're both providers, and I think that we're both caretakers. And that's just what it is, okay? Cool? You're not feeling it? What are your thoughts?
I'm getting my emotions in check.
Okay, so speak how you feel. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say. I didn't even say anything.
I'm not Stedman.
Come on, say what you feel.
Nah, for real though. No, in all honesty, like, yeah, we're definitely in a situation where like we both kind of handle things around here. Like, in regards to like the man being the sole provider and the woman being like, home and handling the house type thing. I'll be honest with you, I don't, and until like kids get here, I don't know when that's about to be us. So we both work, we both kind of handle things. That's kind of how it goes. And honestly, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you was to like, all right, but what's all right? Name some things that you like. Where do you fall in regards to like gender roles? Meaning like in regards to things that women quote unquote are supposed to do. I gotta put that in quotations because it's not like y'all supposed to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what do you do that you feel like is like, you know what I'm saying? Like a typical societal view of what women are supposed to do.
Well, I know that women are the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to women's expectations of fulfilling a societal gender role is cooking and taking care of the home. A woman should be able to do that. Take care of the home. Make sure it's tidy. Make sure you're making meals and stuff like that.
But is that what you do?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. Actually.
So you do fall into that.
I do fall into that
category.
But I don't feel like it should be expected of me. I think that
Understood.
it should be expected for both the man and the woman.
Okay.
I think that, but it depends because we're a couple that we're always 50-50 with everything. So it depends on what your relationship's expectations are or what you set for your goals in a marriage and stuff like that. It depends because sometimes there are women who are stay-at-home moms and that's their contribution to the marriage. They make sure the home is clean and the kids are taken care of and they cook. And that's what they do. That's their role. That is how they hold down the fort. And the men will just be what they expect in the societal view of them just bringing home the money and taking care of what a mom is or wife is taking care of, like, and financially, right? So I think it depends, but I think for us, we are just really half and half with everything. Well, I'm trying to get you to give me a little bit more of your half when it comes to the cooking, but
I cooks, yo.
I think that I'm not gonna come home and you're expecting me to just jump right in the kitchen. That's just not gonna happen. I'm
See,
sorry.
and you know what's funny about that? Like, the funny thing is, like, I don't expect that from you.
Well, that's
but
good.
When you actually do, like, I really like it.
Thank you for
like,
appreciating that.
I really. But am I wrong for thinking? Am I wrong for expecting that? Am I wrong for if I come home late?
Expecting it? I don't want to say you're wrong, but you definitely need to get that out of your
because
head.
Because it feels like more of
because
a,
it
feels like more of a gift than it feels like that's what she's supposed to do. It's like
okay.
if I come home and you're cooking, it's like, oh, I wonder what I did today.
Oh snap!
Is it my birthday?
It's not even that rare that I do
that.
No.
It's not that rare. It's not that rare. But do you notice how many times like I thank you and all that stuff when you cook and all that stuff? I
understand the appreciation, and I do know that. Like, I do cook for you time and time and time and time and again. And I think that's what motivates me to do it because you're not expecting me. It's like, if I felt like, oh, woman, you need to be in the kitchen making me a meal, then I definitely wouldn't be doing it.
You're not about to deal with no man talking to you like that.
Or like, thinking it.
Or thinking. It's
so
like,
because you don't do that, here's a great example. It's like somebody that you want to do something for you and you just keep saying it and beating it down, like beating that dead horse, and they just won't do it because you keep saying it and keep expecting them to do it. Like, they're so reluctant to even do it because it's coming from a place of like a burden.
Mm-hmm. I
don't feel that burden.
No,
so that's why I do it more than
the reason why you don't is really because of my upbringing. Like my mother cooked. My mother definitely cooked, but she ain't cook all the time. Like, she'll cook, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to put a number on how many times she cooked per week, but I recall being a kid having cereal multiple nights, and it was all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll have breakfast twice a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like that's how it just kind of was sometimes. Like if there was a time she ain't feel like cooking, or she was, tending to my little sister, like, oh yeah, I'm not making dinner tonight. And we was always like, all right, cool, but I'll still eat. There was still food in the house. I didn't starve. So like I took that mentality when I got older. So when I moved from my parents' house, and I was in East Orange for like 10 years, and I wasn't really cooking and all that stuff. I was, like I knew how to. I didn't need a woman to make sure that I ate. So when we, got married and all that, or when we got together, like I didn't expect you to just take that on and just, hold me down that way. I wanted other things from you. Like I didn't care about like meals and stuff. I can get my own meal. Like I could do that my damn self. Like you don't have to do that. If you choose to do that, I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. That's how I still feel to this day. That's why like if you call me like, hey, what'd you like for dinner? I'm like, oh, my day just got a little better. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I would like this and this. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I still have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, so when you do it, I treat it more like a gift than like a, oh yeah, that's what she should be doing for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mentality with it. And also know that I should be doing that to you. I should be cooking for you too. Like I know that I should be doing that too. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I mean, and I have. Okay. Like you cannot play me with the cooking. Like I have. I know I'm not as consistent as you'd like me to be. All right.
I'm glad
but I have definitely held it down.
But you know what? I really do appreciate you because you're not one of those men who are that way and they don't even pick up a pot or anything to just boil water. Like, I know that you would do that in a heartbeat if you felt like you needed to or you had to, or even if you just wanted to. So the fact that I don't have to deal with somebody who's just not willing, I'm appreciative of. So I know that I get to you about the cooking and stuff like that, but I'm glad that you're even doing anything regarding the cooking. So I really love you for that.
I appreciate that.
Look super blessed.
Look at you speaking my love language. Go ahead.
Yeah, words of affirmation. I really do appreciate that. So just because I say that, but definitely, keep it going.
No, I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
But definitely, I really appreciate it. Okay, so
I got you. Anytime.
I love you to the moon and back for that.
Love you more.
Do we fall into the category of cleaning? Yeah,
I mean,
clean. Okay. You clean.
Yeah, we both clean.
Like,
so that's not even like us. But I remember my mom every weekend growing up. Everybody pick a room. Every Saturday, we woke up. Everybody just, you get the basement. You get your bedroom. You get the bathroom, whatever. Like that's what we did. That's growing up. Like that was how it was. Like so, I grew up cleaning. Now that I'm an adult, that's not just gonna go away. So when things get dirty, like I'm a cleaner. Like if I had a bachelor pad, like it'll look fine. You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be shoes in the refrigerator. It's not gonna be, upside down pizza on my bed. It's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna look like a frat house. It's gonna look fine because like I want my crib to look a certain way, like and I want it to be clean. I don't need nothing crawling around here.
Definitely wants his space to be clean. So basically,
a gut check.
Laundry.
Oh I'm doing like if you want to talk about roles, that's another thing I definitely do. I've been doing laundry since I was 12. My mother when I think my mom wasn't the type to just be running up in our rooms and with the basket just collecting the dirty clothes. She was like, y'all gonna do this damn laundry yourself. And I remember her teaching me and my brother when we was like 11, 12, like, just throw it in here, put the soap in, click, go, start, whatever, and then just wait and then put it in the dryer when it's done. Like, it was simple. Because, I don't know, we got our clothes dirty, like, really fast. And, I don't know, I think she just got tired of doing it, or whatever it was. Mama, I love you. Hold it down. Say that. Nah, yeah. But for real, though, like, I mean, she really, like, she just had us making sure we was doing our own thing, back then. And
so I'm
glad she did. So
self-sufficient.
Yeah, like in that right. I mean, I didn't, there was certain things I didn't need to lean on people for. And that's not something I was gonna lean on you. I didn't expect you to do my laundry. I'm gonna do my own laundry. Like now I'm at a point where I even do your laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like I elevated to that point.
Yeah.
And that's a task because, like I said, when it comes to you doing laundry, when we pack up the car, it look like we moving out.
You know
Facts.
What? You know what? I'm so sick and tired of you taking these slight little jabs.
It's not a jab,
like,
sweetheart. When it's a fact.
Okay, but you know
like if
exactly
I exaggerated
what I mean.
it, you know what I'm saying. But when we do pick up the car and I can't see behind me,
you know.
It's a little wild,
please?
but that's how
Can
it be.
You cut this out?
But sweetheart, that's
Oh
how it. That's how it actually is.
Moving on.
Well, now it's a little bit easier.
Moving on. Being a working person.
I mean, well, we both work.
Okay, so we both fall into the category.
Both got the 9 to 5
actually,
hustle. I mean,
let's talk about this.
Go ahead.
I didn't even get a chance to say. So yeah, back to the laundry. I definitely didn't expect myself to do all your laundry. I think we will always go. I've always just had it in my mind that it's never going to be a one-person role, mainly because again, we always do our stuff, our things, our chores together. We go grocery shopping together. Well, we don't go grocery shopping together anymore. I don't know why.
No, that's actually a good thing. You don't want me when you shopping. I be annoying the hell out of you when you be shopping. You know you don't want me.
You actually do. So maybe that's not a gender role though. It's just because he annoys me. So we didn't take it upon ourselves to say, okay, the woman should go grocery shopping. It's just I just needed to not have him around.
The other day I went grocery shopping. By the way, I got no love. Shopping. I got no love for that. By the way.
Yeah, you didn't get any love. You didn't get anything
because
I wanted.
I didn't buy Chips Ahoy cookies and.
You didn't get anything I wanted. You didn't get anything I wanted. Okay?
I got all of the
Every
basics that we needed for this
shopping, I either text you and say, babe, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want this? Like, I text
But here's the thing. I didn't really plan on going grocery shopping. It's just...
Why did you even bring that up? That was not even relevant to anything because...
You said grocery shopping?
I mean, yes, it wasn't
relevant
to the point I was trying to make. It's just I went grocery shopping. You didn't really go grocery shopping, number one.
That was definitely grocery shopping, baby.
No,
I said I didn't. That day, listen. Every time I'll go to the store and buy one thing. It's only when I go to a grocery store. I'll let me get some water, let me get some fruit. Then I'm like, I see this, I'm like, all right, you know what? Then I made a decision there. I was like, no, I'm saying I was like, yo, what else do I need at the crib? I was like, what do we need at the crib? So I was just like, all right, let me just handle all of this now. And then I had a whole bunch of bags in the car. All right, I went grocery shopping. It wasn't the initial goal, when I walked in there, but I did it. Wanted to hold it down real quick.
You didn't get any love, okay? So
crazy.
I'm glad you got to get that off your chest. All right.
You never even told me what you wanted either.
Did you ask?
No, I'm talking about even afterwards when I brought it back.
Did you ask?
Afterwards, yes, I did.
You asked me?
Because you were disappointed, so I was like, "Well, what did you want?" But I don't remember you telling me what you actually wanted.
I don't think you ever asked.
When I got back and we was sitting in the kitchen and we was unloading everything. I seen your vibe, but it's the first time I was shopping for both of us. I was like, "Man, I got it. I'll pay you. I got you." And then you just gave me this look, when you was unpacking everything, and I'm just like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Yo, what?" I was like, "My bad. What did?" I was like, I asked you, what did you want anything in particular? Because I thought I covered everything we needed for the crib.
But why didn't you ask me during the trip?
Oh, I wasn't thinking. I think that's just what it was. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't plan on. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, I don't even know why you brought that up, but
I thought I'd get
we both do the grocery shopping. Well, not anymore. I do the grocery shopping, and that's it. I'll ask him during the shopping if he wanted anything else aside from the list that we wrote down, and he'll let me know.
You asked me last time you were shopping?
Yes, I did. Anyway, going back to the point. Are we working individuals?
Yeah, of course we are.
Okay, so we fall into the category of being the providers, like I was making in the very initial part of the conversation.
Right.
We are both the providers in this household.
Okay,
so we fall into being the providers. There is no one higher than the other. We both contribute to paying the bills and being the breadwinners. Correcto?
That's a fact. That's the world we living in today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These student loans ain't no damn joke.
Okay. Now,
sometimes I really sit back and think about what I be use some extra money for if I didn't pay student loans? Like
Taking a trip.
because you really think that you don't be making enough, and I'll be like, hold up, but if I didn't have these damn loans, I'd be doing just fine. It's crazy. But yeah, whatever.
But I would take a trip though.
Yeah.
If we didn't have additional bills.
Well, we can still make that.
I mean, we can still do. Yeah, but I'll be taking more trips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll be tripping all year, pretty much. Do we contribute another chore, which is like taking out the garbage?
That's normally what I do, but you'll hop on that. Like if I forget, like you'll do it. I mean, I normally do it. I do it all the time. But if I just happen to forget, and let's say it's it's wild, like it's hella garbage or something, you won't hesitate to. Well, yeah, right. You won't hesitate to do it.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I just figured, he does this all the time, and we don't like smelly garbage. So he's quicker to just do it than I am.
So you expect me to handle that?
No, I just know you're going to.
So you expect me to handle it?
I don't think so.
You said you just know I'm going to do it.
I just
so
know that
you're
going to do it.
In your head, it's
I guess,
he's gonna do it. Yeah.
I guess so. But if you weren't doing it, like I just did it yesterday, I pretty much tossed the trash and the recyclables. So if you weren't going to do it.
I tossed the trash yesterday.
I tossed the recyclables.
Oh, recyclables. Okay, I definitely tossed the trash.
You kind of just half did it because there were still recyclables. Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, let me just take care of this part.
I was gonna get to the recyclables another day. It wasn't filled up yet all the way.
Time. It doesn't matter. It's still there.
What?
You're taking out the trash. Take out everything.
Hold up. Nah, I take it out when it's full. I don't just take it out just because. No,
it wasn't like one piece of recyclable. It was just like a whole bin.
It just wasn't like.
It wasn't overflowing like usual, but it was still almost full.
Because I literally just took out the recyclables a couple of days ago.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I did it. Well, right. I did it right after New Year's. I took out the recyclables.
Okay.
So I'm just.
We drink a lot of water.
Yeah, we definitely do.
So it was almost there.
Gosh, stay hydrated.
Mowing the lawn.
I don't got no lawn.
But who would?
I do it.
Yeah, you.
I ain't gonna lie. I only mowed the lawn like I could count on one hand how many times I mowed the lawn. Like,
oh wow.
I didn't really do that. Like my father was just always on it. Like I think he got a joy out of it. Like,
okay.
I remember doing it the first time when I was like, 14, and then I did it again like in my 20s, like, and that was it. Like I never really. Yeah, wasn't one of the things I did other like outside stuff like, but mowing the lawn just wasn't one of them. I remember I had to weed whack my Uncle Josh's lawn once. That was crazy. But other than that, yeah, like that kind of work, nah, I ain't really do that. But when we do get our whole crib and all that, I'll definitely handle that. I mean,
okay. Fair enough. I will not be contributing to mowing any lawn
okay.
or gardening and all of that stuff unless that's a habit that I fall into at some point in my life. Maybe a midlife crisis. I don't know.
A midlife crisis?
I don't really care for nature, so I wouldn't be doing any of that.
One thing she says she will definitely not do, and she told me from day one.
That's a negative.
Is shoveling snow.
Nope.
So that's one thing that I know that I will always have to do at all times.
Sorry in advance, but I will definitely make you some hot cocoa. I will run you a nice little warm bath. I will make sure that you are all set when you come home, come back in from that crazy nasty weather. I will have you set, boo. I will have you set. Okay?
I believe.
Okay.
I've been shoveling snow since forever. Like
this is the worst. I don't know what
could
be worse than snow weather. I just don't understand it. Like,
you can
get
your,
do this?
You can get your. I mean, one thing
no,
about
we
shoveling.
Don't need it.
No, but I mean,
but
you gotta. First of all, you gotta get your car out. One, you gotta get the driveway.
We don't.
You gotta get the driveway. You gotta get the path. You gotta get the sidewalk right in front of your
we don't
crib.
need the snow. Like we don't need that. Like what's the point of a snow?
No, I feel you. What's the point of snow? What's the point of rain? What's the point?
The rain I'm okay with. I mean, we definitely need the rain. I mean, we don't want a dry earth. But like
these squalls, right?
We had a whole squall. Like,
yeah, they made up that word. Like that word is 5 months old. I ain't never heard that in my whole life. I heard blizzards. blizzards, flurries,
gosh.
all that stuff. I ain't never heard no damn squall. Whatever. Anyway, but
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm not doing that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I done seen some women out there getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Kudos to
I
you
done seen
guys.
that
No
before.
shade to any woman that will do it. You know, roll up their sleeves. I'm just not.
I seen both your parents do it once.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm just not interested.
No, so it's just.
I got you, boo.
It's just one of those things. It's annoying.
I do a lot more than just cup of cocoa and running baths. Don't worry.
No, it's all good. It's annoying, but it's just one of them things that you got. If you don't do it, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
I guess so.
You ain't trying to be stuck all nowhere. And it's a good.
Why can't
It's
we just
actually
let it melt?
it's actually a good
That's
arm.
what we need to do.
It's actually a good arm and back workout.
Okay.
If you sit and think about it, when you throw it over your shoulder, that snow get heavy. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, when you get to shoveling snow, you don't even got to bundle up so much because you when you doing it so long, you always getting hot. So I'm only shoveling like in a hoodie.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't so bad.
We're just gonna, I don't know. Next, people like the category of doing repairs or being a handy person.
Yeah, I ain't really that handy.
Oh.
Nah, I'm one of them guys that
What?
will try to figure something out. Like I will really try to figure something out, and then if it doesn't work, then I go look at the directions. Like, okay, let me see what's going on here.
Wait.
But one of those guys that's just like, oh, this is the bang 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 bang. Oh, here you go, it's fixed. Nah, that ain't me. I'm gonna need to sit. I'm gonna need to think. I'm gonna need to be like, can this go here
Wait,
with
does
the
that
here with the here?
mean that you're not handy because you need to think about it, or you're just? Not
I mean, I'm just it's the
approach. Great with.
No, it's just it's like the approach. Like some people, like the minute you get to talking about what's wrong, it's like, oh, that's the such and such with the what's his face. All you need is a blank and a blank and a blank, and then you should be able to handle that. Me, I'll be like, bro, I don't know none of that. What you talking about? Like,
Okay, all right.
like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm like schooled properly, I could definitely get it. I mean, anything can be done, but yeah. But in terms of just knowing it off the rip, nah. Some things, yeah, but a lot of other things, nah.
No.
Come on, honey.
I'm definitely the handy person between the both of us.
What you be fixing?
We gonna figure out how we gonna get you to stop trying me, cause
Baby, this podcast is about me trying you.
No, it's not about you trying.
You ain't read the tagline?
It's about me, learning how to be more patient. Okay?
Yes, patience.
So, okay.
That was one of your. I think that was one of your early goals, right? You see how I'm testing your patience. See how you're exercising it. Soon you're gonna be a professional.
This might be a one-man show and a couple more shows, like episodes. Like, it's just gonna have to be.
Which man we talking about?
I'm just saying. Because this one right here, I don't know how much longer.
Nah, you need me, kid.
All right, so I pretty much am the handy person between the both of us. And I fixed a lot of things. Just growing up, I was just following my dad and knowing about his tools and what he would fix and stuff like that. And not just be self-sufficient in that, right? Like, I'll just fix stuff or put things together. Like, when my girlfriend was having a baby, she bought a dresser, and it was all like in pieces, like in the box in pieces, and I pretty much put it all together.
Hey, you did put that dresser together. See, I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that.
Never let me live. Like,
I just be forgetting all about that. Was years ago. I be forgetting about stuff like that.
About your memory. Anywho, so I did that, and I just always been that type of person who liked to fix things, and yeah, it was just a second nature. So I'm definitely not gonna wait on you to do things around the house and fix things around the house.
That's cool. I mean, I ain't go. Yeah. I actually respect that.
I'll expect you to,
unless you see like a bug or something, then you gonna call me to kill that.
Yeah, but
I remember that call.
Yeah, but that.
Oh my God, I got a call. I got a crazy call.
It was terrifying.
I'm doing like 110 on the way home, thinking that either somebody's causing the problem.
Look, it was like
and then
it
was a
size,
damn bug.
It was this bug, the size, I can't even think of what size it was. And mind you, this was our first year in the apartment now. So we had never seen any, I guess it was summer. We had never seen any critters or anything like that.
It was
so
small but big. Like it was like
huge.
It was like the size of like Kevin Hart's high school shoe. You know what I'm saying?
That's still
like,
huge.
Like it was small but big. You feel me? Like
It was huge. So we're not expecting anything, right? And so as soon as I came home, it was a nice little Friday night. I came home. It was a summer night, and I used the bathroom. And then after I'm done with the bathroom, I froze because it was just crawling. It was so big, and I freaked out. I ran. I ran out of the bathroom. I ran and I called Sebastian, and I was just like, "Yo, come home." It was that crazy. I'm sorry. It was just I couldn't take it together, and my heart went right through my
Just the
body.
way you sounded just made it look like, I don't know.
It was crazy. And then there was
bug.
another time
Okay, go ahead.
where this bug, we don't know what to call it because I've never seen it like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it came out of nowhere one other time. And then it was on the wall in the living room. And then you were like, calm down.
Oh, no. Oh,
Calm down.
I do remember that. I remember you were asleep.
I was asleep.
And I was... Actually, this is what happened.
Oh, God. I was freaking...
There was a bug on the wall, and I looked at it. And then automatically I looked at you. And I was just like...
I was asleep.
I was just like, damn. I was like, okay, I can handle this bug, but she can't see this. I was going to put the blanket over your face. As I attempted to move, you open your eyes. The minute you open your eyes, you turned around,
and I flipped over the
and
couch.
you bugged out, no pun intended.
I ran so fast
And
to the bedroom.
the thing is this, I was about to get it, but then what made you freak out even more was that
It
started flying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was going to move out that same night. I'm sorry. It was just
like,
too much for me. I
said,
couldn't
please,
contain it.
just go in the room. Let me handle this. I'll let you know.
What?
I'll let you know when it's
Go
over.
in the room. You didn't even have to say that.
No, I didn't have to say that. I didn't have to say that.
I ran. I flipped over the couch.
Like, I was really hoping to just handle all of that, and then you just never hear about nothing. Like,
when it started flying, honey.
Oh
my goodness. I would have moved out. If
Like,
we didn't get that bug out, we would have just moved out.
I was more frustrated that you saw it than the bug actually being there. Like, I was just like, damn it, she's about to explode right now.
It's like
I wish it was just on the
of
ground.
a
Or
hand.
something.
That's how huge it is.
Yeah.
It was big.
That's a little wild.
It was big. And then I learned from a coworker who used to live around here, and then they said it was like a water bug, and they come through your bathroom. So guess what I did? I got a nice little stopper and put it in every little tub, like the tub drain and the bathroom drain. And I was like, yeah, we not. And then ever since then, I ain't never seen it again. So they're not coming over here. Yeah, that was traumatizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heart really sank.
I'll never forget that scream.
When I woke up, my heart sank again. And you were like, don't move. It's okay. I'm going to get it.
I just didn't like. I was just like, man, please stay asleep. I wish you was in your hard sleep. Like you was like dozing off.
Like a rock.
Yeah, because if you was in one of your little, your deep trances, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
No, but I would have heard you.
That'd have been good.
Because you had a fight with that one. When that flew.
Look, I didn't expect it to fly.
I would have heard you moving and shuffling.
You approach a bug a certain way. When you know it's gonna fly, you take a different approach.
Bruh.
I did not know that bug was gonna fly,
chances.
so I had to take a different approach. Nope. I had to get something a little wider.
Yo, I shrieked.
It didn't kill it.
Get the bug!
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, what did we go into? I don't even know how we segued, but that was crazy.
I don't. We started about being handy. Oh no, I brought it up, but yeah. Anyway,
I'm still thinking about it. I'm a little anxious right now. I'm not
calm
gonna lie.
Calm down.
I am. I'm a little tense.
Relax.
So who is the defender, the protector?
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, speaking of, yeah.
Come on.
You are
what
the
are we
protector.
doing here,
All right,
y'all?
I'll give you that one.
What are we doing here? What are we asking here?
You are the protector. You're the defender. You are that one in this relationship.
Nah, I'd be scared.
No.
It's like,
It's not scared.
Nah, it's like, I mean, but that's if there's one thing that shouldn't change throughout the course of history, is just the man being the defender and the protector.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, how generals, as of lately, they kind of flip-flop. You know what I'm saying? In regards to, like, a man could be home with the kids, a woman could be working, like, all of that stuff can happen, and which is fine, because all of that is just what society places on it, as opposed to what actually needs to happen within your particular household, your structure. You don't have to do it the exact same way everybody else is doing it. But in regards to, but there's one thing that should be consistent with what technically a man should do is just be a defender and a protector. That's just a fact, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, then. You are the protector. You are the defender. You know, that little story was probably meant to happen because you are. You. I mean, you protect me from bug.
I'm one for one. I got it with the bug.
One for one. Perfect. Yep.
I'm 1 for 1 with the bug.
Nah, but y'all, this was an exaggeration. That bug was like crazy. And when you if you see something start flying, the size of
you gonna get yourself worked up again, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a little tense. Okay.
Talk about that damn bug.
I'll see if I can put a picture up or whatever about this because it was crazy. Anyway, the honorable sacrifice. Who will be the honorable sacrifice?
What you mean? What's that?
Honorable sacrifice.
When you write that down? Honorable sacrifice.
The honorable sacrifice.
What are you, Abraham?
So I saw a photo and I saw a list. Well, not a list. I saw a photo of when the scene in Titanic and Jack had Rose on the door plank.
Oh, wait. You know what? That I would do. But in hindsight, it's kind of stupid because Jack could have hopped on. There was hella space for him.
Yeah, but he tried and he fell off.
Nah, they did that for the movie. When they got the aerial view, I'm like, there was hella space for that nigga. And like two little kids. There was wild space on that.
He couldn't hop on and he would have fell off. They would have both fell off. So he sacrificed himself for her.
But that I definitely would have done. Like even like before that, like remember the part when what's his name? We over here talking about Titanic. Remember the part when what's his name? When they wanted all the women and children off the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that I definitely would have done. I was like, yo, go. Like you
I'm not leaving you.
And I actually have a problem with that. Because I feel like if something gets thick, like if I was walking down the street and whether it was, I don't know, but any kind of danger comes my way and I know I have to be the one handling it, I'm going to be like, yo, you get the hell out of here. Get whatever kind of help you feel like you need to get and let me ride. I really do feel that way. I feel like that's how it should, because if anything happens to you, then I'm going to feel worse than me dealing with the, consequences or whatever.
This is too deep. I don't know.
That's just how I feel. That's really how I feel. Like I feel like you should not be around anything at all. And if I have something to do with it, or if I'm in control of it, I'm gonna make sure that don't happen.
I feel that pretty much I do understand and respect what you're saying. But that will be so tough for me to swallow. I mean, I know when we start a family, that'll definitely be the first order of business. I'm always going to be the one to flee with the kids. And
yes,
you're gonna
please,
just sacrifice
please,
yourself.
with the children,
but that's
please.
That's just going to be so hard for me.
You got to do it. You got to do it. I will be, whatever it is, I don't even know. I don't even know what situation to bring up for an example, but whatever it is, I'll be all right. Like, but I won't live with myself if my son or daughter and you are harmed when it could have just been me.
Yeah, I get
you know what I'm saying? I'd rather come home all bruised up or whatever situation happened, and y'all are good, and I'll be like, all right, well, at least it was just me, as opposed to like, all of us messed up from whatever happens. Like, nah, man, I'm not going for that. Okay. I'll take it all, whatever it is. Like, and I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'd really prefer that because I have an ounce of happiness in my heart knowing that you're straight and you're safe somewhere. So whatever it is, Joe, just go.
I'll be heartbroken forever.
I'll be cool. I'll be all right.
You're gonna be all right.
I'll heal. Whatever it is.
Oh well, okay, depends. Anyway, so it sounds like we kind of have not a 50-50 ratio or percentage for what we expect in terms of societal gender roles versus what we do. It seems like we're kind of like 75% doing our own thing and then 25% sticking to what's normal or what society deems as normal.
And that's all good. You know why? Because we're in a millennial marriage. We doing whatever the hell we want.
Whatever the heck we want.
Man, you're clean. But yeah, so it really don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to stick to really anything. If you want to keep it 100.
We really don't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We just got to do what's best for this marriage and what's best for this relationship, what's best for our household. And that is what it is.
Are there any societal roles that we do agree with? Like, for example, the defender, the protector.
I definitely agree with that.
We're with that. The honorable sacrifice. We're with that.
Definitely agree with that.
What about the breadwinner? Is that something that we should expect?
Well, I'm not gonna lie,
yo.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I mean, like right now, we're in a situation where, like, of course, like we both pay the bills and all that. But yeah, if I was to, I don't know, sign a deal like tomorrow or whatever happens from this music, if I had the money to pay all of our bills, I would. Like, all of yours, all of mine, and I'll just handle it because I feel like that's just what you deserve.
Thank you, boo.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I was about to say I feel like you've put that work in, like as a girlfriend, fiance, wife. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what that means?
No, I'm just saying, like, you
to get that.
Let me define the work. You've held me down early when we was kids, like early 20s, our relationship. Man, I ain't have $1 at times. Like, you've always held me down, and it was always good. It was never an issue with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when I think back to those moments, like back then, I think to myself, like, yo, this is a woman that deserves everything. So if I was to have everything, you're not paying for a damn thing. You're not paying for nothing.
What if I didn't hold you down?
I don't know, yo. You probably don't.
Why?
Because, like, that's where that came from. Like, when I mean hold me down, it's not like just financially. It's just like yo, you held me down. Like, you helped get my spirit up when I needed it to be.
This is gonna go to another question that I have then. Do you feel like generally women should be taken care of by men? Because
I think it depends. I think it depends on the women.
I think it depends on the woman. Women put work in. I think those men just have that natural nature to make sure that they take care of women.
I feel you. I mean, here's the thing.
So do you feel?
But you know what it is? I would want to. Well, okay. Like,
I definitely have to put work in. Is my question.
But when I think about the work, like I told you, the work was like I know I mentioned, like, you know, when I have $1 and all that. But like, if I was to just think of everything in the grand scheme of things, the work was just you being a good woman to me.
Okay.
Like, you throughout this relationship, you've been a great person.
Thank you.
You've helped me grow as a man. Like, you made me a better me.
Aww.
So
all right,
if I was to get to that point, like, that's what I mean by putting in that work. It's not like oh man, she helped pay for my whatever. She bought this, bought that. Nah, it's not none of that. It's nothing tangible you gave me. It was what you fed my spirit. It's what you did for me mentally.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was putting that work in. That was holding me down.
But what if the woman did not do anything for that man? Should that man go into a situation or a relationship knowing that he's supposed to take care of that woman?
I don't think so. If you with a woman that's not feeding your spirit and your mind, you wasting your time.
Okay. What about just the initial start of the relationship? The initial start of the relationship.
Initial start.
Should he have the expectation to take care of her?
You talking about taking care of her? You talking about the start of a relationship?
Yes.
You're not really taking care of the one. You trying to schmooze. You trying to like court.
Relationship, not dating. Relationship.
Well, okay. I guess it depends on when it starts.
Right.
Okay. Taking care of her, like paying her bills.
Paying her bills, taking care of everything, even to a year. Like, they're together a year.
I don't know, yo. I really don't know. I don't know, yo. I really don't, because I heard that. Who said that? Was it somebody said it? Was it Boosie or somebody? I don't know. I could be getting it wrong.
Oh my God.
Or was it Meek? I think it was Meek. Like, no, it was Meek. It was Meek.
Oh Lord.
Nah, they be saying some real. Like, what's he saying? he be talking.
No offense.
Just because he Meek, he be coming across women that ask him for stuff that they can't buy.
Sweetheart, I'm not talking about women who ask. I'm not talking to women who are expecting anything.
But
I'm talking about
it.
women who are just in a relationship and the men are in the relationship with them. Are they intentionally going to take care and provide for that woman, whether she puts in work or not? Is that the mental mind state?
The only reason I brought up the whole Meek thing is because if you're making money to pay your bills, why should I have to do that? You know what I'm saying? You got the money to do it. Why do I got to do that just because we're dating now? In fact, if you
Or
want to
just
think about
not
it,
dating, relationship.
in a relationship, okay, like, all right, so 6 months into ours, if I just started doing that, like, how would you? If I just offered to do that, you would have let me do that?
What? Take care of everything?
Like, yeah, like, handle all your stuff.
Yeah.
6 months into our relationship,
Yeah.
knowing how you felt about me then compared to now,
I would have let you definitely take care of everything.
shit, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because you're not that type.
What type am I?
You're the type to want to handle things yourself. You want to do for yourself.
For sure.
You're independent like crazy. You still want. You don't even let me help you out the car today.
I am independent.
Like, sweetheart,
for sure.
6
but
months.
If you got it,
baby, 6 months into our relationship, you was not. You was like.
I don't know.
I made it my business to pay for all the dates. I did that. I'm like, okay, if we're going out, I'll pay.
You're
I'll do all of that.
Going to do
but
that,
like, if you want, what?
My question is, and let's just focus on my question. I would allow you to take care of business.
You said taking care of you.
Taking care of me.
I don't see that in you. If I think about the 20-year-old Shelly, I didn't see that in you at all. You wanted to do for you. You wanted to do for your own. I think you would have honestly felt uncomfortable. And your feelings weren't even all the way there yet. It's like, who's this nigga that's trying to just take care of me all of a sudden?
So no. No.
I didn't get that vibe from you at all.
No.
At all.
Mean,
and I was trying hard.
I don't really think about that, but I don't feel like that would have been anything that I would have pushed back on. Like, I would actually be okay with it.
Maybe later, yo. We have to cultivate. We have to grow, yo.
No, there are a lot of people that I know where the man takes care of everything, and then she could still be a working woman, or she could not be a working woman, and the man just takes everything on. That's it. That's how it's been.
I feel like in the marriage, absolutely.
Okay. But if it's a dating,
I feel like in the dating relationship,
no,
not yet, man, not yet. Like,
okay.
let's see where this is going. You know what I'm saying?
Dating, you can see where it's going. Relationship is what I'm highlighting.
But when you're in a relationship with that person, that's dating to me. Like, I was dating you while we were together.
Okay.
Like, that we were dating.
Okay.
Like, we were in a relationship. We were dating up until I threw that ring on your finger. That's how I see it.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like, with when you're in a situation like a marriage, something that's, when you're in that foundation, that solid structure, definitely. I don't know. I feel like some time gotta go by, yo. Some time gotta go by. You really gotta know the crust of that person before you just take care of their whole life like that.
I think that, okay. I just want you to, and I can see how you see it from a perspective, like you just don't want it to be abused. It might not be the right woman, et cetera, et cetera. I get it. I do understand that aspect of a man not wasting his time and money. But I feel like I don't think the woman needs to put the work in for them to get anything from a man. I feel like, I don't want to say it that way, actually. I don't think that the man should walk into a relationship or courtship with the intention of, well, I'm just gonna see how she does it, and I'm gonna see how I do it. I feel like they should always have the mind state of providing for the woman. I think that if it's abused and, not well appreciated, or they're not gonna hold you down when you're down and out, then, that's different. But I feel like just the mind state, just having the mind state of taking care of your woman because she is your woman is a great mind state to have. But I do understand your perspective.
I mean, when your woman is that woman, when she is that, like when you all about her, she all about you. You just have a feeling, like you just know. When you get that feeling, you can start introducing those thoughts of taking care of all that stuff.
I don't know. This was very, very deeper than I thought it would get.
Now let's get real, man.
I don't know. I think for me, if you and I were together, or once we first started dating, or if I had any different experiences, I do feel like the men should have the mind state to always be a provider for the woman. I don't feel like it's one-sided. I feel like for any other type of situation, if a woman has to have a mind state also, that's fine as well. Just like how the mind state, and this is just probably culture-based, the mind state of making sure that your man is well-fed, because that's where, what's the saying? The best way to get to his heart is through his stomach, I guess.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
So I think that it goes both ways depending on what the topics are. I feel like you just need to have the mind state. The expectation probably doesn't need to be there because I didn't have an expectation of you doing it, but definitely come into things with a mindset. That's all. Just have it there. It's like the phrase, it's the thought that counts, right? Just saying. I don't feel like I needed to put any work in for you to have a mindset to provide for me if you wanted me to be your wife.
I mean, but I don't know. I
As
guess
long as I'm not abusing it.
well, yeah, but I mean, before I got to thinking those thoughts, I had to see where we were going.
But you also just said that if you have a family, if you have a wife, you'll be the provider, right? Well, what if I
Yeah.
didn't put any work in? You'd always have that mindset, right?
But remember the work that I said, right? The work that I said was like feeding my spirit and feeding my mental. You should not be with anybody who's not doing that to you.
That's it. Perfect. I
So-
love that you said that. The fact that they're the good person, you always should have a mindset of just being with that good person and making sure that you have the intention to provide for her.
So forget the providing. We're not even going to be together. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying, but since I was the person for you,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have to think about any work that I had to put in, is what I'm trying to say.
You
know
were
what I
you were
mean?
the person for me because you were doing that.
Okay. Just being that person, though. It wasn't like I had to work.
Baby, you wasn't clocking in and clocking out. I'm just saying that you were generally a good person to me.
That's it. Genuinely a good
But
person.
that's what I mean by putting in work. Like you put in that work. You held me down when I needed it. You fed my spirit when I needed it. You helped me grow.
But before I did any of that, right? You saw a future with me, right?
Yeah,
Just
I
by
did.
being a good person, just by being a nice person, approachable,
Yeah,
we hit it
yeah.
off
I
well.
did.
You did see a future with me.
I did see a future.
Okay, and you did see a future with me, with you being the provider, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just based off of the person, just them being a good person.
Right.
Okay, that's
But
just
before
what you're saying.
Right.
But if I wasn't that person, do you feel that if it was anyone else or even with me, not knowing who I was truly, that you would have the intention to provide for this future wife?
I get what you're saying. You're saying that that should be the man's mind state.
That's all I'm saying.
Regardless.
That's all.
But I'm just saying that I think you should only intend to provide for the woman you know your heart bleeds for.
Okay, so we'll
when I knew my heart bled for you, I was like, that's the woman I'm gonna aim to provide for.
But
for
you're
the rest
gonna
of my
have
life.
that with anybody who's going to be the one for you. I'm talking about before that person fills that place.
But here's the thing.
Will you have that mindset?
But here's the thing. We're not even agreeing to disagree on here, because we're kind of saying the same.
No,
thing.
you're saying it's a depend thing.
Think about it.
Okay.
Like if I speak for myself here.
Okay.
If I'm making a choice to be with somebody and taking a relationship serious, that means I see something. You know what I'm saying? That means I see something. So if I see something and I see like with our situation, if I see something that's really real and I see it could really turn into something great, I'm already getting into that mentality. I'm already getting into that provider mentality. Like I'm only
so
gonna provide
already.
I'm only gonna provide for
I'm that's good natured.
No, I'm only gonna provide for the woman that I know that's meant for me.
Okay.
Like who else should you be providing for?
Any woman.
You should just provide for any woman?
No, I feel like you should just yeah.
You gotta get specific. And what's any woman?
Any woman that you're dating, any woman that you're in a relationship for. There's a lot of people who are in bad relationships and the man always takes charge and provides for them. They're like horrible, fighting every day, like cussing each other out.
Okay, but so
like that's just the mentality that they have. They provide for the
okay,
woman.
but can we? But do you see how backwards that is? Oh, I'm gonna pay your bills. I'm gonna do all of this stuff. I'm gonna hold
because
you
that's
down.
a mindset.
But then I'm gonna sleep with all your friends.
Yeah,
oh, but he's providing.
That happens all the time.
All right,
that's
but don't you see how crooked and twisted that is?
What's crooked and twisted about it? The fact that he's just doing it for a person that he doesn't love?
yo, it's the fact that it's like, yo, as long as I do this for you, you ain't going nowhere, basically.
No. That's not what I said.
No, I know that's not what you said, but
Okay.
think about the situation.
But
It's
you're
like,
saying that you only gonna do that with the person that you want to do it for. But I just said it's not just that. There is a mindset also. So I get the situation. You're assessing the situation. There's nothing about the situation that I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on the fact that he has a mindset that he still provides for the woman. That's just that. A man's mindset.
All right, I'm providing for.
I'm not providing. I'm providing for
the woman.
Okay.
My woman.
That's different then. That's why I feel like we can agree to disagree. Because I feel like it's fine. Nothing about that is wrong. Like, you can decide what you want to do. But there is we can call it a standard. You know?
And by the way, all women are different too. Like, there's women that don't want that. There's women that want to take care of themselves. Like,
but I'm that woman. Like, I don't care about being I mean, it would be wonderful, but I'm not gonna say you need to provide for me. Blah blah blah.
But let's say before marriage, like when you're just starting to date, like you want, like, you know what I'm saying. Some women would be like, oh, we just started dating and yeah, he's covering everything. And some women would be like, yo, I got it, I'm good. Because sometimes when a man does that, like, they kind of use that as like a method of like control. It's like they lean on them too much.
No, but the fact that the man even thought about it is just as flattering.
It just has to be. It got to be genuine. It got to be real.
What do you mean?
Because think about it. I think if you're a good guy and you just, it's instinctively in you, like, to just naturally provide for any woman. You have that mindset. But there's also men that do that, but then they feel like, well, since I'm doing this, I could lack in these other areas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we could go into so many different segues here, but all I'm saying is, I guess we can agree to disagree. I don't feel like it has to depend on anything. The fact that you can have a mindset of having a child and mother the child is just exactly what I'm saying in terms of you're a man, you provide for the woman. I agree with that societal viewpoint. Just like how you agree with being the protector, right? So I feel like, yeah, that's just how it's supposed to be. If you are carrying a child and you just don't have that instinct to mother, that's just not your mindset. You know, it's expectation. It shouldn't be a depend. You're not gonna say, well, this child cries at night, so I'm not gonna mother them. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it, but I just feel like if you don't have the mindset, it's a lot different than what you're doing it for. You know, but again, everybody has their own opinion.
Hey, man, to each his own.
To each his own. So do we agree about being the working person in the relationship? Should a woman be a stay-at-home mom, or stay-at-home wife? Or should a man be a stay-at-home dad or stay-at-home husband? Like, do we believe in society's views about just the mom or the dad being staying at home?
Man,
or wife
the
or
answer
husband?
is there is no answer. You just do what's best for your situation.
Okay. So we really don't agree with that then.
No, everybody, I mean, like, some things we do, some things we agree with in regards to, you know, how society views, you know what I'm saying, how that goes, but in other instances we don't.
Okay.
We just, you know, we do what's best for us right now. Maybe some things will change, who knows, but like right now we're doing what's best for us, and you know, and that's where we at with it.
Okay. I think that's a fair assessment. That's where we at with it. Yeah, I think that to add a seal to this is just like, we are in a millennial marriage. In the millennial world, everybody is just rolling up their sleeves and doing what they got to do. Especially my ladies out here, we are definitely independent women. We are career driven. We're definitely on a track where we want to do a lot more for ourselves rather than sitting back and let the men do it for us. There are a lot of expectations for men as well as men having expectations for women. We definitely heard it here in this episode. But in the millennial world, the gender roles have definitely changed. The expectations are not the same anymore, and it's just different for us. We're definitely a different generation.
And, we're supposed to grow and change and all that.
Yep. But our parents, though, I don't know about yours, but mine definitely had expectations, and they lived and breathed by the rules that they were raised up in, and I don't know. I don't know if I could ever do it. I really don't. I don't know. I probably would just be out of a marriage. Like, you know what? I gotta go. I'm gonna head out.
Hey, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. So, anything else, my love?
Nah, I'm straight.
If you guys liked what you heard,
I got all the arguing out of me. I got to save up some arguments for another day.
You know what? Whatever.
I make up arguments on here just so we could banter back and forth.
Oh, okay. So then when I ignore
everything
you,
everything I said
don't
was a
be
lie.
in your feelings. Oh, everything you said was a lie.
Let's gonna argue. It's for the people. People think that we don't argue and none of that. Yeah, we do.
We definitely ironed out that stereotype in episode 2. If you haven't heard it, please go back and hear it.
Love and war.
If you guys liked what you hear, and if you have opinions and comments, definitely let us hear what you have, and we'll respond. And we, again, thank you guys for listening. Let's do the verse of the week.
Yeah, well, verses
of the week. So we are going to do Ephesians 5 verses 21 through 25. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
You heard that? Even God wants you to cook for me. Now you can't say no.
Lord, take the wheel.
He did. He took the wheel.
That is not what
drove
God
it right
just
into
said.
the kitchen.
Basically, what that message, that scripture actually is saying is that, how do I put this? God's main message is that his design for wife and husband is to be on one accord. So that means a wife is to submit. When he says that the wife is to submit and the husband is to love as Christ loved the church, it's like if you follow the word exactly how God has written it and the instructions for his people, it just basically says if the husband lives his life according to God's word, which is meaning Christ loving the church, that love is undeniable. That love is deep. That love is forgiving. That love is kind of like you want to submit to those people. You want to comfort them. You want to make them happy. That's the kind of love. It's agape love. It's unconditional. There's no what is the word, babe? There's no but to it, or it depends. It's just genuine, undeniable, unconditional love. So that's the love that a husband has to display to his wife. And that also means that if you display that love, then you're not just the husband who's kind of like, well, I want you to do this because I said so. And I want you to do this because it has to be done. Or I want you to do this because I'm the head and you're the tail. Or I'm the head and you're the neck, for what some new people say in this generation.
That'll never work with us.
I'm glad you know. It's basically considering your wife and making sure that everything that you're leading her towards is according to God's word. So that means that he will lead his wife, and he will be able to lead the submissive wife who will just confide in him and who would trust his leadership towards having a righteous marriage. So, long story short, if the husband lives according to God's word, then he will pretty much lead his wife to living a righteous life. So that means that if you guys are on one accord and living according to God's word, then all will be well. So that means that this ties into our episode. This ties into the roles. Like, in this case, it's not stating in the Bible who does what, who does this, unless the man is overseeing the animals and the woman will be bearing children. It's not stating, okay, the woman has to wash the dishes and raise the kids. I mean, it does state raising a family and being a home taker, a caretaker in the house in the word, but it also doesn't define, fine tune exactly what you have to do. It does say that in the word in terms of generalizing it, but if one person does this and the next person does that, God will not be mad, And if you cross what the society deems as your role, he will not be upset. As long as you guys both agree and you're living righteous and you both are living according to his word, everything will be just fine. We actually just had a marriage seminar with my pastor from my church, and he sat in the marriage seminar, and we talked deeply about this, and we were kind of shocked about this teaching. It was kind of like, wait, so yeah, he's going to say certain things and we do have to submit to the husband. But as long as he lives according to the word and he doesn't abuse the word, then we're okay. It's all going to be okay. You both will mutually agree. Everybody will be on one accord. So I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. God knows exactly what man and wife will look into, when man and wife will have trouble understanding, and he kind of just broke it down for us. So yeah, this was a great scripture that we can go off and go by to seal this episode. Anything else, my love?
Nah, I think you explained that very well. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you, my love. All right, so let's do the benediction.
Dear Heavenly Father, bless Sebastien and Claushelle. Bless the listeners. May they be at peace, find joy, and always seek you first. Thank you for this opportunity once again to glorify you, and in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Pray for us, you guys, during this cleanse week. We'll keep you guys updated, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, we're going to stay on top of it. We're going to be on it. Episode 10 next week.
10.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good week now.
God bless.